Good evening. I'm Leland Vittert. On the program tonight, why you are not alone feeling America just isn't working. It's not a left thing or a right thing. It is the economy, stupid. But Democrats hope abortion will save them at the polls this November. The new polling that shows they might be right. Why one journalist says we should stop asking questions about UFOs, and, well, he says we should just trust the government. How's that going to work out for us? Plus, as the Supreme Court moves America to the right, President Biden pounces why his supporters now say attacking democratic institutions is, well, okay. But first, on point tonight, this is the summer of nothing working. Not gas prices, not food prices. There are food shortages, even fireworks shortages. And then there are the airlines that have gone from bad to worse and keep digging deeper in the pit of bad customer service. Live pictures right now from New York's LaGuardia Airport. Even before the holiday travel rushes started, U.S. Airlines canceled 400 flights and they've delayed 2,300. Delta gave up on charging you for changing tickets. Now there's not even a fare difference. Go wild, wherever you want, even if you go at all. They even sent office workers to airports to address staffing problems. Of course, air travel isn't the worst of what we have to deal with this summer, but it is awful. And Bernie Sanders, of all people, has a plan to fix it. He's going to fine the airlines $27,500. Captain Bernie here. Be your captain for the next few hours. 2 hours delays, $27,500 per passenger on domestic flights. 3 hours on an international flight, same fine. Refunds if your flight is an hour late, and the fines are doubled to $55,000 per passenger if the flight is canceled for staffing reasons. In short, suddenly a 2-hour delay and your next 10 vacations are free. It sounds wild. And who could be against fining the airlines? After all, they have fined us and delayed us and canceled us all long enough. That's on point tonight. Trish Regan is here, world-renowned business journalist, former trader at Goldman Sachs, host of the Trish Regan Show, heard on your favorite podcast platform. Is this finally a Bernie Sanders plan, Trish, that you can get behind?
This is a rare moment when I would ever say anything out of Bernie Sanders is worth listening to. All right, so I just want to crystallize this in time for just a second, Leland, and then I'll pick it apart. But I'll start by saying he's not all wrong. Okay, so that's something from a capitalist like me. Look, I think the reality that we all know and frankly have experienced is that our airline system is really quite broken. And so there's a few different choices in front of us. One might be to have the government take over the whole thing, a la Amtrak, right? And try and provide some kind of affordable enough, safe travel program like we do with the train system. I don't love that, again, as a capitalist. The other, though, is to say, okay, well, there's no penalties, there's no nothing, yet still simultaneously, there's all these overhangs. Don't forget, a lot of these are legacy carriers, so they've got unions. They have to be in so many hubs. They have to have, so many various ports of entry, so to speak. And that in itself is a problem. So I think it's time for maybe some of the red tape to come away and say we're going to either embrace the capitalist nature of this, or we're going to say it's going to be Amtrak, or there's, the Bernie option, which is like, okay, we're going to start penalizing these airlines. I find it really amazing and egregious that passengers have no rights.
Yeah, you think, though, the estimated cost of the airlines, if it was in effect for Father's Day weekend, $71 billion. The most popular plane holds 282 passengers in the United States. From Thursday to Sunday on Father's Day weekend, there were 5,000 canceled flights, $55,000 fine per passenger, $71 billion. Okay, so now we're going to have to need a government bailout, number one, of the airlines after they've been fined $71 billion. But second of all, practically, if you start fining the airlines, either A, they start having fewer flights with more staff, they charge us more for tickets, or B, when they get fined, they just pass along the fines to us, right?
Yeah, I mean, one way or another. I think that, what I'd like to see is consumers making more effort here. I mean, I'll give an example. Normally, we do travel. My family travels every summer. We take a vacation and we go someplace, hopefully someplace really, really great. Although I'll be honest, since COVID, that has been scaled back, and trips overseas are not as popular, of course. But I would say this, I mean, we are making a very deliberate decision, because who the heck wants to deal with the airlines and the challenges of the airlines to do a trip where you can drive? And I think a lot of Americans are actually going to come to that realization, because nobody wants to deal with the headache of what happens if, your plane is late. I went through it recently on that last trip to Europe with my family, en route to Corsica. Lovely vacation, but it was a real nightmare getting there. And one airline is late, it messes up everything else, and so it was a series of disasters.
Trish, we wondered why you turned down interview requests a couple of times. Now we know. Okay, we saw the airline, we saw the pilots picketing. Delta pilots are picketing now. Not exactly what you want to see when you show up for your flight, is the pilots picketing. What happens first? The airlines fix their problems, or everything gets so expensive between gas and food and rent and houses that nobody can afford to fly anymore, so the problem fixes itself?
Right. I mean, that may actually happen. We may go back, though, to kind of a different time in which flying becomes, dare I say, rather expensive. I mean, there was a time when, these airlines first came out, right? And there was a kind of mystery to it all, of an excitement to it all, and a very hefty price tag to it all. We do run some risks, and it would be sad, because I think people do want to be able to travel, but we may realize that we're going to come a day where it just gets that expensive or that miserable. I think, look, Leland, there's no easy answer here. You've got sort of two choices. And I appreciate, I really do. I appreciate what Bernie's trying to do. But the two choices are, one, you either say we're going to have the government have a very active role in this industry, or you do two, you say the government's just going to get the heck out of there, and you're going to let the chips fall where they may, with market capitalism hopefully working as well as it can.
Well, history tells us, for a long time, the government was really involved in aviation up until deregulation. And it was a lot more expensive, to your point, relatively speaking, to fly anywhere. Double, triple, 3 times, 4 times the price right now in real dollars to travel back then. Trish, you mentioned going to Europe, and I can't help but have this feeling that as the world has reopened, we say nothing is working this summer. But the American economy and the feel of America is feeling a lot more and more like the European economy, and I mean that in all the bad ways.
Well, I mean, look, everything's expensive. You go to Europe, and it's hard to get some ice in your Diet Coke, right? I mean, because why? Electricity is expensive. They've definitely had to deal with very high energy costs for a very, very long time in ways that we just haven't. Life is much easier here, and we've grown accustomed to that. I don't think Americans are really prepared to take on the challenges of the Europeans and suddenly, drive around in these teeny tiny smart cars all of a sudden. But nonetheless, people will do what they have to do. The problem is politically for this administration and for the Democrats right now. I think that any way you slice it, Americans are looking for someone to blame. And while the administration points to Putin and says you can blame Putin, that's only part of the story. And Americans know the prices were high before any of that conflict erupted.
Yeah, the president said it again today. Russia. Trish, enjoy your July 4th weekend, not traveling and with family and friends. We appreciate you taking time with us, all right?
Thanks so much, Leland.
Hey, yeah, it was great to see you. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.